Hola, your Manganda. We are live. Welcome to the Chain Dogs podcast, where we talk about everything theme parks, amusement parks, roller coasters from all over the world. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Big up to everyone in the chat. Thank you very much. If you are watching this on podcast, listening, well, not watching it, listening to it on podcast, just to let you know that we do this every Wednesday at 8 p.m. over on YouTube, Chain Dogs YouTube channel, the Chain Dogs podcast. How we all doing, guys? We good?
Great. Couldn't be
yeah.
better today, to be honest with you. Yeah, couldn't be better after today. Like all of that work, just like everyone gets to see it today. It's just
man. Well done.
Crazy feeling. Hello to everyone watching, by the way. There's 20 odd people watching.
So if you didn't know, for those not in the know, Drayton Manor have released their fly-through video of the new Vikings area.
That's Ross.
And Luke and the Coaster Gen team. So that includes James, Pete, Dave. That's everyone, isn't it? Yeah.
Lakey.
And Lakey. Yeah. They obviously the whole team have worked so hard on this. We'll pull it up in a sec once I've said hello to everyone. But yeah, like honestly, it looked amazing. The reception's been incredible. It's got me hyped for the new area. If it wasn't even hyped enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, congratulations, man, and congratulations, well done, Ross, for your hard work.
Yeah,
and the whole Drayton team.
Man.
Yeah,
it's been like so surreal to see, like when I've seen it on Twitter today, because I've seen that animation a million times, and we've amended that animation a million times. On the night before submission, we amended it a million times, but we think we got it right, and I think like the engagement that it's gaining as well for Drayton is just like. It's so overwhelming. Everyone's so hyped. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see people's reactions on opening. I mean,
Drayton haven't had like a new land since Thomas Land.
No.
And even then, like even with the expansion of Thomas Land, they've not had a new land to this scale since I think I was born. So I think so, because it was like Robinson's land. Thomas Land was Robinson's land. So it was like this is a massive deal for everyone, and most people are there. So what are you laughing
Sorry,
at?
I've just Bobby Healy. He's just posted a tweet saying, just quoting like just anybody saying like, I'm not gonna go to Drayton because I don't like your new branding, and the gif that the
Let's
video
go!
put on it is fucking amazing, because I love that video so much. That's one of
the we'll have a look at that in a bit. But we're keeping it positive at the minute. Drayton.
Yeah, we don't need to discuss all that. It's just that's one of my favorite videos ever. But that's so funny.
So obviously, I'm not going to share the audio just because for the podcast listeners, but we'll just show a visual on the screen.
Yeah,
it was a very I love this video. It's such a hype. Like,
the
music on it and everything. It was really, really cool. Like,
love that logo, man. It's
different.
Killer logo, that Vikings logo.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It's really, really good. I'm so over the moon with how this is all looking. Remember, 3D simulate is for simulation purposes only.
Yes,
remember that.
Although I don't think you could get it more accurate, to be honest with you.
all the logos for every ride are all so well done.
Yeah,
like
not
even just favorite. The area logo.
Yeah,
the S in Sleipnir, like that's such a nice touch.
Yeah, it's looking perfect, man. I can't wait to see it for real.
Have you guys seen the website? Because the website, the Vikings area website page is just full of our renders and screenshots. It's bizarre, to say the least.
Let me have a look.
It's so
another
cool.
feeling, mate, because like a lot of Legoland and Alton Towers, sometimes I'll go on there to look for stuff, and you just see your work, and you're like, that's so weird. Do you know, it's crazy. Weird. You can't explain that feeling when you're such a fan of the parks and stuff, and then suddenly like you're seeing your stuff there. Like it's mad. It's mad.
James has just put a comment in the chat, by the way, guys. Sorry I couldn't make it today. He had to work, unfortunately. But thanks for all the positive reaction for the animation. So yeah, cheers, guys, from everyone in the team. We really appreciate it. Look at them views. My God.
It's gonna be so good, man. I can't wait. So yeah, I mean the big news from this is obviously
28th,
it's opening the 28th of May.
Such high quality. I'm looking through all of the stuff on the website now. Just
like the screenshots.
Every screenshot looks just super high quality. It looks incredible.
Yeah, I cannot wait.
The website was the last thing that I saw about it, and it blew my mind when I seen it. I was like, wow, I think I like that better than the video. Like, it's just the way it looks. It just looks so nice. The whole Drayton's whole new website is so killer.
It's clean as fuck. It's really nice. It's really nice to navigate.
It's rapid.
It really is. I'm trying to find the. Is it just like a Vikings thing on there?
So you go on Drayton Manor UK, and then it's Vikings. Press the Vikings area, discover, and then it's like all of the.
I found it in Rides and Attractions, and just just scroll down, and Vikings will be there.
Yeah, so there we go.
Yeah, the website is fast as shit. It's really fast.
Yeah, more info on the Vikings thing there. Yeah. Like scroll down. That it's just mad to see that. Like
that's so cool.
It's so different.
Yeah, it is. It just looks
fresher looking.
Yeah, we got Valhalla.
I can't wait to try Valhalla.
Oh, these food looks flipping amazing.
Yeah, man. It looks cool. I saw the menu when we went in for the construction tour, and it was like, ooh. I was like, can I have some now?
That's it. I'm enjoying this, man, because I feel like we've said it before, and I know there's Drayton team members in the chat, and this is like sacrilege, saying negative stuff. But like one thing over the years that I hear a lot of people comment about is how you've got really good places to eat, but like it doesn't feel like the same park when you're eating in different places. And it feels like the introduction of these like loaded fries that's in the chicken diner, and now this, I feel this is like good news for food, because I love my food at theme parks. It's something that I should the amount of theme parks I go to, I should take a packed lunch, but I just enjoy I
think that's the only name for food we've ever agreed on. It's packed lunch. I always say
can you? I need what are you talking about?
Different people call it different things, like a pack up, like that kind of stuff. I've heard some weird shit about.
Who now? Who's out here calling it a pack up?
Yeah, I've heard people say this in my city.
You know what? Something that blew me away the other day. Like when we was in Belgium, when we was in Belgium, we were pretty much with everyone was with. We're like north from me. I'm Midlands, they're northern, and I didn't realize that you guys called trousers pants. Like I thought that was an American thing. Like if people from the Midlands and South, we call them trousers. That's just the norm. Pants is like, hey, man, can I grab my pants? And we had massive.
Vix is saying it's a pack up. See, there's so many different words for a packed lunch.
It don't matter. It's a packed lunch. It's a pack up.
It's packed, and it's
you can call it what you like, but it's
pack up could literally be referring to anything. Packed lunch is succinct and specific.
Yeah. You are right.
You know what you're talking about when you say
you have a
lunch. You could pack up anything.
I mean, I understand about debating things like balm and rolls and cobs, but a pack up is obviously just been shortened from pack lunch. Legit. It's not a hill to die on, guys. Come on.
No, it really is.
It's literally just a shortened version of a pack lunch. But
that sounds like some slang for an IKEA flat pack. That's what that sounds like to me.
Mate, I feel so sorry for like our American listeners and anyone from mainland Europe. They're like, why are they? They're from a tiny island and they can't even agree on what to call lunch.
Your island's smaller than Texas.
And we wanted to break away from Europe. What's going on? Can't even decide what to call trousers. Anyway, Right. Yeah. So
Anyway.
political there. Bring the tone
This
down.
happens every week. I don't know. See, the more people we get tuning in, the more arguments we have about what
I know.
people call things.
Who are you people? Oh yeah, sorry.
Road butties.
Mikey and Hannah, they're not Northern.
Road butties.
So anyway, we need to move on. Guys.
We do.
We might have new listeners, and they're like, "What the hell are they?"
What
talking
is? Yeah,
about?
this is not a theme park podcast. I don't care what anybody says.
So yeah, I was at the Pleasure Beach Experience Weekender.
Oh yes, do tell.
Last weekend, there's a lot of people in the chat who was there as well. So shout out to everyone who was there.
Yes.
It was the usual Pleasure Beach Experience weekend. Though. It was just absolutely amazing. The sun was out. It was glorious. Honestly, we had such good weather, and the park was absolutely dead. Like pretty much everything was walk on. It was it's so funny because everything was pretty much walk on, but then like a Saturday, obviously you go around with 100 of you. You've created your own line. so you're just like, so people did separate out eventually, and we all went our separate ways.
Catch-22 though.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Legit.
Like, it's fun. It's fun doing takeover of rides, but then you're like, you stand in the queue and you're like, oh, God, like Big One's got no queue, like Icon's got no queue.
Then you end up going and giving it a queue.
Yeah, you actually make the park busy. Yeah.
Yeah, we worked out like over the weekend. I think there's about just over 2,000 people on the park on the Saturday, and that was the busier day. So we made up a good quarter of those.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So there's like, I think there's about 100.
Literally, if I wasn't saving for things, I would have come down for at least one of the days.
Man, it was so good.
Can we talk about Inside the Magic? Calling up the
yeah. Oh my God. So
giant crowds watch.
Yo, I forgot about that.
Mate, I've been getting so much, like, so many random people have watched, commenting on that video. Funny.
Someone who works for Inside the Magic was at the event. They have to be.
No,
that is a meme. That has to be a meme. That is
they scour like Twitter. That's all they do. But yeah, so obviously if you know about Pleasure Beach, if you know about Pleasure Beach Experience events, especially at Blackpool, you'll know that it's like a tradition to take over the log flume. In recent years, we haven't got an actual full log flume, so we take over the Rugrats log flume, which is like a family one. They're like, it's tiny.
It's basically a stage.
Yeah. It's I'll share it here for the people watching. So yeah, there's always a one boat where they try and get like as many the bigger guys to get on it. So this was with Mike. But
just to create the biggest splash ever. Yeah,
we got like that whole one, and for the first time it actually stopped. It's done it. It's nearly done it a few times.
Yeah, the last event it stopped and then moved again, like literally just.
Yeah,
after.
it was like crawled, but yeah, it stopped for a good 10 minutes. And then they I think they drained it.
That's hilarious. The fact that they actually got it to stop there for like 10 minutes. That's funny.
They had to pump the water around to get it going. But it was just so funny because we was all just standing there. There was a massive crowd of us, obviously as usual. They put my so you can see the crowd there. But like we just saw but at one point we just saw Andy Highgate just walking down the ramp shaking his head.
Was he laughing at it though?
Yeah, no,
of course he was.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like that's the difference though, right? That's the difference.
It is.
Pleasure Beach embrace it.
Yeah, they know it. But yeah, like so inside the clickbait, as in Inside the Magic, which you talked about, I think it was last week or the week before, about doing clickbait articles. They literally did an article on this.
These guys are not serious journalists. I'm sorry.
For adults.
There are memes. Actually,
For
They're
adults,
trolling.
it's not. But like for the people not in the know, it actually isn't a meme site. They actually are like a
Yeah.
reputable thing. Like that. This is the most hilarious thing about it is they're not even joking. For adults shut down kids flume ride at the theme park. Yes, and then as you can see, it's just the actual content is just drivel. The funniest thing is I can't find it at the minute, but they said that it said in the article this stoppage actually caused the big crowd, and it's just like no, it didn't.
No,
That's how much research
the
you've done.
splash causes the big crowd.
So it's just hilarious, really. And because like they put me and Claire, shout out to Claire, me and Claire's video.
But then they changed the rules, and they're only allowed 3 adults in the boat now.
But they did that. They did that opening weekend. Because like I think the last time we did it before that, it nearly happened.
Yeah.
So I was surprised that they let us do it. I don't know if it's because the water level was a bit higher because it was hot, so they just let it happen. Or there was just like not that many people on park. I don't know, but yeah, after that they changed the rules. But because they've tagged us, me and Claire have both had just so many weirdos in my like comments, like like accusing me of bullying and all sorts.
What?
Yeah, they keep saying like bullying these, like they reckon like, oh, there was like this is such a mean tweet, like how dare you all stand there and laugh at him. I'm like, it was an event. So yeah, it's just been really bizarre.
It's not even the fact that it was just an event. These are people that you know and are friends
Literally,
with.
These are our friends.
They're egging it on while they're in the boat themselves.
It's literally
the
well, this
whole
is
thing
it.
was put together for everyone
this-
to just enjoy, and people who have no idea about what this event entails just chiming in on something they know fuck all about.
Yeah.
Like, what are you actually? Oh,
this is the weird thing about Twitter, right?
Look,
the weird thing about Twitter is you're in this. You think you're in this niche, and you forget like other people outside of like the community and stuff see it. So when it lands on them, and then they've got no context, they're just like, "What the hell?" Like, and then it's really bizarre when that happens.
Yeah, considering this has been going on for years. Literal years this has been happening.
I'm just like it's okay to see something online and just shut the fuck up. It's all right. Shutting up is underrated. It's massively underrated.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Just if you don't have all the info, it's okay to just keep quiet on something. I don't get why everyone feels like they have to just.
Do you know what?
Hype up about shit.
Everyone's a pro, Kyle.
Yeah, I like what it is for me is when what it is for me is when
oh my God.
it's not even the commenting on something without no context. It's when you explain it to them and then they double down, and you're just like, no, I'm explaining you the situation, and then they're just like,
nah, mate, nah, you don't know nothing. You weren't even there, Sean. You know what I mean?
So it's. It's all good fun though. I don't know, man. It's the Twitter. You take that's what that's what Twitter's about.
They shouldn't be messaging you though. Stop it.
Anyway, moving on. Yeah. So like on the Saturday, we started off with a ERT on Icon. And then they had, obviously, because they had the Enzo train running around, they did a raffle for who was going to get the Enzo in the hub. So it was all around.
I wonder who won this raffle.
I got one. There's a few of us. There's quite a few of us who got it because obviously, like we had an hour, so that it wasn't just one. Like,
so was it for every train, basically?
Yeah. So they just filled it. But obviously could go. They were doing it. They calculated it so we could all go on by ourselves, which is really good. I got honestly for an early train, on Icon, I got the best ride on Enzo that morning. I felt like I got a double spin. I don't know if for sure I at least got one spin, but it felt like a double spin on the second launch. I just was like going around, but I think it kind of I span. and then I went up and then span back around at the top of the junior
Oh.
Immelman. Man, it was so good.
Sean, everyone's kicking off in the chat, mate, saying that it was a proper fix. Was it 100, 104,
Right,
109? Shuffle the
wasn't-
down
Oh
tickets.
shit! What?
Yeah, that ain't my fault. That ain't
Nah,
my
that's not your,
fault.
that's not on you.
That's not a fix. That's just they just didn't shuffle them enough. But yeah,
Even one of them big old ball things.
Yeah.
It's like number 22.
but yeah, man, it was a really good. Even though I've just done Ride to Happiness, like I can appreciate Enzo for what it is. It's
Cool.
not an extreme spinning coaster at the end of the day. It's just it's a spinning seat on the back of a multi-launch. So like, it's really good. From there, we
Got
did a
some good
big
photos of you as well on that.
yeah,
cool.
got some like Chris got
Is
a
it
really awesome one. Matt,
Matt and Chris,
yeah, he got me. He got a good one of me as well, which is so funny because like Chris edits his because he's got his Canon, has it connected to his phone, so he'll like take a photo and then like he's got Lightroom on his phone. He'll just edit it and then just send it you within like 10 minutes, and you're just like,
what?
like, all edited up. I'm just like, I was like, oh, you should just stand outside the exit and sell ride photos to everyone. Joke, Pleasure Beach. I'm not condoning that. So.
He is.
But yeah, and then we did a
lying.
group takeover of Pleasure Beach Express, and then obviously we did this takeover. I got on the big one with finally for the after the retract or the part they've retracked anyway. That's the first time I got on this season. The first ride I had on it, I messaged you, didn't I, in the chat, and I was just like,
yeah, you did mention
that
it.
it was the roughest ride I've ever had on Big One. It was, I don't know what was going on about it. I mean, a few people were saying it might just be like the wheel alignment or something. Like there's something not right with it, and that's got nothing to do with the new track. It was just like it was running rough. It was like proper like pushing us around. To be fair, the only time I got them rough rides was when I was on the wheel seat. So it was yeah, and I got another ride later on in the day when I wasn't on a wheel seat, and it was a lot better. But it was just, I think because we did it early on, I think it was just like the perfect storm of like wheel seat running pretty slow can make it seem pretty, I don't know, can make it seem a lot more rougher. And I said to you, man, that join from the old track to the new track, you can feel it. Like you can feel
yeah, you can.
feel that join.
Yeah.
And then
in a good way or a bad way?
In a bad way, like in a bad way.
Just,
I didn't feel it as much when it was like running like full speed during like later on in the day, and I wasn't on a wheel seat. But the first time I did it, I think that paired with the fact that it's silent. It's like that new track is like silent.
Yeah.
So it's so weird because you're just so used to that rattle going around, and suddenly it's just like you're like, what the hell?
You feel the jolt of lats going up into the mid course.
The profiling is
it's weird as shit in it.
Really bizarre. It's really bizarre.
It's not even. It's so weird because like it's not like a constant. You know, it's not like the I mean the track piece does curve up as it goes up into the mid course, but it's not like the last the lat that I'm talking about. Like it's not constant. It's literally just for like a split second, and then you continue up. It's a
is there still air time into the mid course then? So it's like lateral air time. Because it used to pop you out your seat, right? When you're at the big course.
No, I'm literally talking on the way up, not
on the way
coming,
up. Yeah.
Not as it levels up into it. I'm talking like literally on the way up.
So you just kind of like
mid course.
Like
literally,
and then you hit the mid course. Right. Wow. Okay.
Mark said, "Let's be honest, the new track is brutal."
I'm not going that.
I don't think it's brutal. I don't think it's brutal, but it's just different. It's very different.
Funny. It's got quirk to it.
If you watch it off ride, just watch everyone go over it. You just see the whole train go. it's so funny, but it's I needed a few more rides in it. I mean, I didn't really get as many as I wanted on the Sunday. It had to shut down for a bit.
I'm shocked at that because like they nailed the last lot they did. Like
it was but this one was a lot. It's a lot more. It was a lot trickier than what they did last time.
Yeah, but I mean, the one out of the tunnel was still a bank going up.
Yeah.
Maybe
Don't get me
not as
wrong. I
high
don't
as
think
the
it's.
ground,
I don't
you
think
know,
it's
but-
like ruined the ride, but we're comparing, you know, a very old piece of like the way it used to ride over flipping 20 odd years to like what it rides like now. Do you know what I mean? So it's almost like you've got to give it a chance to like kind of weather in and get back to kind of the way it is, I guess. But it's just really weird. But it feels
I'm
it
gonna have
feels
to
different.
experience that. Yeah. I'm not there for a while yet.
Emma said, I never noticed the join until last weekend. Before that, though, it was decent. So I don't know if it is just to do with the wheel alignment. I think something needs to be done on the train.
Yeah, maybe something like that. Or
Something
maybe it was
like
the
that.
compound as well that they were running on the day.
Maybe it could be loads of different things because it was
like
it
you
was
said, it was literally blistering sunshine, wasn't it? So maybe and the day before in the north,
it was really windy.
Rained like the day before.
It was raining and it was very windy. And people were complaining about it being pretty rough on the Friday. I noticed after I looked, but at the end of the day, you can't complain. It's good that they're still keeping up with the ride. It was just, it was. I'm hoping when I go back, it's going to just be a little bit better. But I don't know. I just wish Andy would come on the show.
Yeah,
and he could explain what's going on because Andy just has such a good.
He would be a great guest. To be
I don't know I don't know if he could talk. Honestly, he probably wouldn't be able to talk about much to do with Pleasure Beach, but he just has such a good way of explaining things and getting you to understand the reasons for things that when he explains it, you're like, oh, I never really thought about that. Yeah, that's obvious and things like that. So it's it'd be interesting. I'd love to know like what the deal is with that. But yes, so let's just have a look for the chat because I realise I haven't actually like been acknowledging it because you're not logged in today. So
sorry comments.
Got Rob Coaster saying dare to rotate. Rotated. It's so funny going back because there's no context for any of these comments I'm reading. I'm just like, okay.
Ben,
just me and Parks and Pints vlog shouting losers as we go off the train. Ben saying, yeah, that was my first one, the big one of 2020. I actually quite enjoyed it. Yeah. I think like
Claire got her first ride on Big One that weekend.
Yeah, and she loved it. And that's what I'm saying. Like my first ride in it was really bad, and then like during the rest of the day, it was really, really good. It was really good. But it's just different. And I've never for the last I'd say 2 years. It's been very rare for me to get off the big one and say like, oh, that was like kind of painful.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed the last few rides I had on it.
Like it's just like on your neck when it's throwing you around a bit. It's like it's a bit. I've been on it when it's been like racing around there, like nothing else. But anyway, we need to move on from this because we've got a big show.
Hey, Craig,
we got half an hour. We're half an hour in.
Wow.
Yes, we got the man, the myth, legend, Craig. Oh yes, talking about this, Craig won the competition that Pleasure Beach ran for Pleasure Beach Experience over the weekend. Basically, it was like take a photo of yourself around the park. And
of course he did.
if you win, you get your face immortalized on the Grand Prix or the audience in the station. You know,
no way.
You get your face painted on to one of them.
Oh my god!
Wow!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's so cool. Congratulations, Craig. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
so
please do it like when you get your face on there. Do it as if you're taking a selfie of the whole stand.
That's what I was thinking.
That has to be done, Craig. It has to be done.
Yeah. Oh man, I
still can't get over Craig playing the sousaphone at last September's Oktoberfest event.
Yes. I can't find a picture of that of the Grand Prix wall. But anyway, talking of the Grand Prix, I'm not going to go for the whole weekend because you know what? There's about 20 vlogs out there. Just go watch them, man. There's so many good ones. I don't want to start naming them because I'm going to.
Ben in the chat. Ben had done that in the chat. Said the best people got on a different train, referring to Big One train, I assume. write Parks and Pints? Do you know the story behind that, or is there a story to be told behind that?
You on about PB, the Pleasure Beach Express? Because there was only one train running on a big one.
I do not know. I'm just reading something. It looks like there might be some sort of inside story behind what Ben said. I'm just wondering if you knew anything about it.
Just go watch the vlogs, guys. It's all covered there. Don't worry about it. What else was going to say? Yeah, talking about Grand Prix, we did a Grand Prix walk, which on the face of it, I didn't think was going to be that interesting, considering we've walked. On the last one, we walked around the train track. We walked in Icon Garden, but honestly, really, really good, really, really fun. Really unique views of the park. That it was really cool because you're looking at over things, over embankments and stuff. And I kind of wish I had my camera. And and we got up close to the booby wall that you see when you go to the Icon queue. That was just the funniest thing. That was everyone was just having a photo taken there.
It's great.
And then so then after that,
mentally 12.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a few pints and you're in Pleasure Beach. And then we went to Passage. We got that was all included in our ticket. We did a really good run through there.
Was that a takeover?
What
was it? A takeover?
It was a takeover. Yeah, it was just open for us. So
so they knew who you were. They knew who were coming through them doors.
Yeah.
They're the best scare mazes, man.
And we was in the front. We was in the front one. Probably
probably
the best run through.
They ramp it. Did they ramp it up?
Yeah, it was for me. I always love Passage. It's very hard to get a bad run through on that thing, but it was next level on that one.
Yeah, I love that.
But the best thing about it was, for the first time in years, the horror bar was open. So as soon as we come out of the maze into the horror bar, it was just a private event for all us. The bar was open. There was a buffet on, and we stayed in there till 12 o'clock, and it was just so good. It was really, really decent.
Oh my God, Sean, did they still have the House of Dead machine there?
I don't think so. I didn't see that.
Oh, no way.
Didn't see that.
Damn it.
But it was really, really cool. Really, 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 really cool. Yeah, the Exorcist room. I've never seen the Exorcist girl go that crazy. She
she's gone proper. Wow.
She went for Abby and Nicole. It was just so funny.
That was the one thing about when we did it on. Did we do it on opening weekend?
I don't know. Yeah,
no,
it was opening weekend. Yeah,
was it opening weekend? Yeah, when we did it then, that was the one, the Exorcist bit was the one scene that I found really creepy. The rest of it wasn't that bad, but that
even on the ghost train when you go, the Exorcist scene on the ghost train.
Yeah, that is the worst bit.
Yeah. That is weird because you just turn around the corner, it's just okay, there it is. There it is. We know what's going to happen. We've all seen the fucking movie. We know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You just go past it, just
It's cool because that bit on the ghost train, it's kind of really a generic old school ghost train, and then suddenly you're in this really cool scene, and it's it's actually it
looks
so
like the movie. It's really well done. I love that bit. Oh, that's so cool about the horror bar. I'm so stoked that's open.
It was wicked, man. It was so good.
So has Velvet Coaster been deranked now? Is it going to be horror bar?
Well, we don't know. They don't open it, do they? So
I was going to say, is it
we'll book
open,
it out.
Is it open now, or was it just open for the event?
No, it was just
everyone pitching. Everyone pitching a tenner. We'll hire it out opening day next year. Let's go. That's that.
There is talks of doing that. So
cool.
Possibly because it was really, really cool. But I think it can hold 200 people, and I'm pretty sure there was about over 1,000 in Velvet.
I was gonna say we're gonna
get kicked out of Velvet. So
we're gonna need 3 more horror bars next to each other to get.
Get gazebos in the car park. That'll do. We'll just
literally. As it. You got music, but sometimes that's a good thing because you had the music. But then there's a bit around the corner that if you had enough of the music, you could go and chill for a bit. And actually have a conversation. Because I do like that about Spoons, is that you can actually talk to people.
Yeah.
I don't always. There's a lot of places you go in Blackpool where you go somewhere you literally can't hear someone, so you're just like, what do I do? So, yeah. But anyway, I digress. Like I say, if you want to hear more about our day, our weekend over there, there's Parks and Pints vlog. There's Topful Tourists. It's Ben's. I'm not sure Ben's vlog's out yet. I can't remember.
I think he asked for
I
a
think
photo for his thumbnail today, so I think he's going to be on it. Yeah.
Who else's vlog is out?
I'm gonna watch them all on the.
I've literally not had a chance to watch anyone's vlog yet, so I'm sorry, everyone. But I trust they're going to be amazing. Can't wait to catch up on it. Yeah. So anyway, it is over. Oh my god, it's nearly 20. It's 1:45 now, isn't it?
Moving swiftly onwards from Pleasure Beach.
So Walibi Holland, big news, man. Big news. So it was announced through. So it's announced through. Well, it's first speculated. Was it loopings, right? Weren't it? Website. I think it was.
Yeah, I think so. I think it may have been. Yeah.
Because that's it was. But then within I reckon 3-4 hours, it was confirmed by the park themselves.
They were like, people know,
they're getting a second RMC in the park, a single rail. Are we 100% is a Raptor? I don't know if it's a Raptor or the other model. They've got the two versions, haven't they? They've got the Raptor and the
T-Rex.
Is it?
You know about the T-Rex?
Well, yeah, the other version of it. The other version of the single rail.
That hasn't. I didn't know if you were on about the Intamin Hot Racer.
No. RMC.
No, it will be a Raptor because I don't think I think the T-Rex is still being held off by RMC until
the T-Rex
fully
is
developed,
bigger.
or they can find someone who actually wants to buy it.
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. I've watched a few videos, and they've looked at the kind of how big the area is because it's going to go next to Express platform, and it's a very big area where they've got marked for it. But we'll probably assume it's going to be a Raptor anyway. But anyway, if in case you didn't know, Walibi Holland, I think it was 2018 that the Untamed opened. Yeah, the Vekoma Woody got the RMC treatment. Robin Hood, and this will be their second one.
2019 opened. Yeah.
Wow, I thought it was.
It's the only RMC I've done yet. But it's exciting news, really.
Really exciting.
All we know that it's going to come. The park has announced it's going to be 2024. They've actually put an exact date on it, which is mad.
Yeah, this far in advance, this early.
Wow.
and also just because of how quick the Raptor construction usually is.
Yeah,
for it to be opening 2 years from now instead of 2023, that's quite surprising. It makes me think, what else are they going to be adding to?
I wonder if it's going to be a completely custom layout, custom area, brand new area, maybe. Lots of theming, 6 stations, 6 queue line, bit of a story, maybe.
6 stations then.
Well, that's Flamingo Land, mate.
I'm interested in an RMC Raptor getting the European treatment because all the ones we see in America are very kind of they just look samey, kind of have a generic kind of overlay on them.
They're kind of standalone, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
They almost look like car park coasters in a way.
They're very fun spot looking, aren't they?
Yeah. Which, to be fair, they don't need theming because they just are impressive to look at.
Yeah.
They are it's almost like the track itself is the standout element, the spectacle element, like a dive drop or something.
Because there's no other apart from the Intamin Hot Racer now, but there's no other kind of track design that any of the other manufacturers have done, which is a singular rail. Is there?
Yeah,
so it's just interesting to see, and it's funny how you mentioned that because they are kind of standalone the US ones anyway.
Mm.
But I do kind of think that the simplicity of the like support structures and stuff, and then obviously the track design, it lends itself well to a really densely themed thrill coaster attraction. But then at the same time, like the area around Untamed is really nicely finished and stuff. But is Walibi Holland really known as like the dense themed park like that?
It's not really. I think
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Lost Gravity is good. I'd say they're on the same level as Merlin personally in terms of the like. To be fair, sometimes I'd say Merlin go a little bit further. But I think with Walibi Holland, they have this like music festival overlay around the park that works really well. And the area that Untamed is in, what the hell is it called? It's called like Wilderness or what?
I think it is Wilderness.
Wilderness, and it's kind of like all overgrown. Like Untamed is meant to be a greenhouse where you've got this thingy. So it's like a dragonfly or something like that. The nose car of it. That's the theme of it, but it's not even. I wouldn't say it's even theming. It's just like really well stylized. Stylization. So I think that's probably what they'll go. But I guess you could call it theming in a way because it has a theme. It's I wouldn't say like Icon, for example, has a theme. It's just stylized. I mean, I guess it does. It's like heavily inspired by like
it's just different levels of theming, isn't it?
Right. But I do feel like they could go next level with it if they wanted to. But I don't think Walibi. I mean, I say that, man. Conda Station is so good. Like that's really well done.
Yeah.
But the rest of it isn't like themed or anything really. It's about as themed as like Wickerman is.
I wonder if they're gonna jump onto that festival vibes. You know how like Ride to Happiness has worked out really well. Like this could be something that
could be it. Yeah,
they could do their own version. You know, of like a soundtrack with lights and shit. You know, like because Lost Gravity at night looks insane. I'm not seen it in person, but my god, the lighting,
especially around Halloween.
Wow.
But let's just talk.
With that shit.
Let's talk about this park though. Like,
yeah,
when they get this single rail RMC, like that park lineup is like something else. Yeah, it's something else.
That lineup's already serious.
Yeah, they've got Goliath, which is like it's so flipping good.
Yeah,
you've got Lost Gravity, the Mac Big Dipper, which is really unique even now.
That first drop on that thing looks insane.
It's just so good. I mean, even I think Coaster and Brews went there recently.
Yeah, they
did they? Am I right in thinking they like didn't they say that was like their favorite in the park, or was that somewhere else? I can't remember.
What was that? Lost Gravity?
Gravity, or did they? So I remember thinking.
I can't remember.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Fly. That when they went to Fantasyland, they said Fly is the best coaster, which I want to go back.
Untamed.
But like anyway, so you got Untamed, an RMC hybrid. You've got Mac Big Dipper. You've got Goliath. You've got
a few looking.
You got
looking Vacomas.
But you've got then you've got like a really good selection of flat rides as well.
Yeah.
Boomerang. They've got a good, decent boomerang actually. The boomerang.
Speed of Sound does look good.
Speed of Sound is good. It's one of the better ones I've done, and I just love that it's got onboard audio. Like, actually, no, has it got onboard audio? I'm pretty sure it has got onboard audio. Or is it?
Does it have a tunnel on the lift that has audio?
Yeah, maybe that's just the tunnel that's got it in it.
Yeah, that's cool.
But anyway, that's really really cool. It's got a really unique soundtrack.
Lights in there as well.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
But that whole park is just so good, man. If you've been to Walibi Bower, what?
So I was just gonna say, so where is this this raptor gonna get? You mentioned it was gonna be next to or near Express Platform 13, right?
There's an area that they use a lot for their like their Halloween events.
Oh, there we go. You know, if it's in that area where it's going, it's gonna have to have some mad lighting package theme about it. You know,
maybe
it probably will.
I think it's gonna be awesome.
2024
though, like
that's not far away.
It's really not.
Where
welcome to Google.
Where's the
literally
there we
on
go.
Google Maps.
We're down here. So I believe.
Ooh. Are they using that lake?
Like, which side of Express is it going to be on?
I think it might be
Is that the
around
front of the
here.
park, Sean?
I can't. Yeah, this is the front.
Wow! Holy shit, that's gonna
So
get
you go in here. That's Express, which the best queue of one of the best queues I've ever been in. Shame about the ride itself. But yeah, I'm actually not sure. I remember seeing a photo of it, but I'm not sure where it's going to be. Like around here, I believe. Anyone? Yeah. Where's Chris? He loves a good map.
Where are they?
But yeah, I believe like around here is where they do like
Where are the
all their.
trucks going?
There's some like so they got Haunted Holidays there.
Yeah.
That's like one of their scare mazes. So I think it might even be like around here or something.
Okay.
Possibly. Whereas there's Goliath, so it would make sense.
That'd be a nice sight line. That would be a really nice sight line if it's next to Goliath.
It would be nice to have, because like when you go there, Goliath is so like off by itself. It's really weird, like because you kind of go this side for Conda, which is flipping awful. Don't
replaces the building with the blue dot out and back. Traveler saying in the chat. Where's the blue dot?
There's a lot of blue dots.
Oh, was it the haunted? Is it going to actually replace Haunted Holiday? They're going to move that.
Well, it wouldn't go there, would it? It'd be like around here. But maybe they might. But yeah, Goliath is like you have to come all the way down here
to get to it.
To get to it, and it's like a bit of a jaunt, really. Like so, it'd be cool if they had.
It looks very set far back in the park, actually.
It is, yeah. I think it's just the nature of how big that thing is. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, wow! Look at that. That's incredible.
It's insane. It's so good.
That into him.
Out and Back Travel said it is replacing Haunt, I guess, in reference to Holidays too.
Yeah.
So
it's like going to go like around here, I think, on the lake or something.
Oh, that would be so nice, though. That would be so nice.
I'd be here for it.
Yeah.
The one thing I've heard more so than anything else is going to be next to Express Platform 13. So.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, look at that. Just the fact that it's just literally that amount of track, it does so much.
Yeah, honestly.
It's just like it's so cleverly designed, Untamed. It's incredible. And by the way, if you didn't know, you can operate Untamed on ride sims. By the way, it's such a good simulation to play.
Speak on your opinion on Untamed, Sean, because I don't think I've actually heard you speak at length about it.
Well, it's like I can't remember where it is on my list now, but it was in my top 3. I think it was like number 3 for quite a while. But I haven't really sorted out my things since I've done like Conda and Ride to Happiness. But yeah, absolutely. I've only done that's the only RMC I've done, so you can't really. It's like Ride to Happiness. It's so hard to compare it against other things because it's just different.
Yeah.
Everything about it is very different. Like honestly, there's nothing else to say. Like, I mean, it lives up to the hype. I mean, there's not many people I've heard ride it and have like been underwhelmed by it. It's just it blew me away. But then again, it was my first RMC, so it was always going to blow me away because I'm like, it's an RMC. I've done one. But yeah, it's just like that. Just the airtime on it is just the craziest thing.
You can fucking hear it on every POV you ever watch of it. Just clink, clink, clink. Chain dog bouncing around everywhere.
It's just it feels like you're on a rodeo. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just like it's just.
I can imagine that.
It's the name of it. The name of it sums it up. It's untamed. You're just
untamed.
It's just absolutely bonkers.
It's probably the one I I suppose out of the 2 European ones that I'm still yet to ride. I'm probably more curious about Untamed than I am about Wildfire. Even though like I've ridden RMCs that look very similar in nature to Untamed, and my first RMC was Twisted Timbers, which looks very similar.
Oh, okay.
Which Untamed looks very similar to in terms of just the rapid fire airtime moments and stuff.
Yeah.
But like it's weird because like I really like Untamed. Not Untamed, Twisted Timbers, sorry. but then Storm Chaser at Kentucky Kingdom was kind of underwhelming for me. So like, and like they're very
okay.
similar as well. So like,
yeah,
I'm interested to see like how well Untamed paces in comparison.
Yeah. Oh,
it
the
looks
pacing.
like it's still got a lot to give on that when it hits them brakes, man. It looks like
Man,
it's still going.
when you hit that brake run, you're just like if anything, like you're happy it's stopping a little bit, like because you just, especially that last section where it's just like it's just ejector, and then like, but because you're going through like the structure at that point, like the amount of head choppers you're getting, like you feel like you're gonna like hit your head. Like,
yeah, it's
so
just an
crazy
onslaught to the senses.
Yeah, it's just so much, and like you're saying, when you hit that brake run, it's still got so much speed that it's kind of like it's a massive shot. But this is why I'm so excited doing Zadra on on Monday. We'll be going to
Monday.
Zadra.
Oh,
it's
baby,
it's time.
So
I wanted to bring it up earlier, but I didn't know if you wanted to like mention it yourself or anything. But
no,
I can't wait for you to get on that shit.
Yeah, man, I'm already getting like cred anxiety. You know, like where you're excited to go somewhere, but you're not overly excited because you're just like, oh man, I'll be excited as soon as I do Zard. As soon as I get on it, then I'll be able to relax and be like, I got the cred, man, and I just can't wait for it, man.
I've got a little bit of news that's quite funny. My mum and dad are in Salou at the moment, and they went to PA the other day.
Oh, nice!
Yeah, they just often went on everything pretty much. And my dad was saying that Dragon Khan didn't the mid-course brake run hardly activated, and it was rapid.
Oh,
rapid! Yeah,
that's good news.
Rapid. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out there. Yeah,
that's great, man. Like, I'm always jealous when I hear people in PA, even though
I know
there a lot. I love that place so much.
I gotta say thanks though, because they did get me a Dragon Khan t-shirt and a Shambhala shirt that I didn't get last time I was there. They still had it. I was like, yes, nice.
Nice.
One with the dragon, and then on the back it's got the tail. You probably know which one I mean. The black and silver one. It's never changed. It's always been the same.
PA do need to update their merch, man. It's been a long time coming. It's always the same when you go there, and it is good like that when you say like you wanted something and you haven't missed out on it. But also
I went in 2016, 15, so it's like it's not changed since then.
They need to update their merch. If they may as well, man, because people don't want to keep buying the same stuff if they're going there again and again. They want to get new stuff. Out and Back Travel said Untamed has serious Twisted Timber vibes. Love them both. Cool. Yeah, they'd be interesting to. I can't wait till you get to experience that. So just to hear what your opinion is on it compared to all the other ones you've done.
I have no idea when that will be, but
I don't know when I will get that there, but I definitely will be doing next year probably.
Yeah, the thing I don't like about the merch, especially like the t-shirts and stuff, it's like really thin, like t-shirt material.
What is Spain?
Yeah, like it just like clings to your body like in a really unflattering way.
Yes.
I
know what you mean.
Of it,
yeah.
And it's like I feel like I had my Shambhala one and that got like a hole in it in like I've had it like 2 years.
They're only cheap as well. The 15 euros each,
which is it's good, but
it's cheap,
rather they should have like an option to like have a thicker, like more
premium
version.
Premium version of it. Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, next up we have, talking of Netherlands.
I wonder where you're going with that one.
I was going to say Holland then, but I know that is Efteling even in Holland? I can't. My geography is so bad because it's like separated out, isn't it now? So you can't call
it's
its own
across
region.
the pond. It's across the the stream.
Someone can correct me on it.
It is in the Netherlands, yeah.
It's in the Netherlands. I know that.
Yeah. I'll just go with that.
There we go.
But but it's kind of like over there. Like if you call certain places Holland, it's kind of like calling like Scotland, England. If you know what I mean. They're different. They're different regions.
Mm-hmm.
So Spookslot, I think it was last year or the year before, I can't remember, but it was announced that their long-standing, like one of their oldest attractions, Spookslot, which is like a spooky walkthrough. It's more like a show. You walk into this. It's like the area of it. I'll throw some images up, but the area is kind of like all overgrown forests, and then you go into this kind of almost like castle type thing, and then this you go there, and this if you know Efteling, you'll know that there's a lot of dioramas and like figurines and it's not really animatronics because they're like really kind of like authentic older type of thing. They're called dioramas and they're built pulled with string and stuff.
Yeah,
I think Spookslot is that style. But yeah, it got announced that it was going to close, and the outrage was something else when it got announced. And I was reading an article the other day with, I think it was someone from marketing, this woman from marketing, who was like the park were surprised at how upset everyone was over it. But yeah, yesterday they announced that what's going to be taking its place, and it's going to be called Danse Macabre, and which is funny because like the famous music that runs through Spookslot the show is Danse Macabre. You know that.
I keep thinking you're gonna say Danse Macabre.
Dance
Dance Kyle.
No, if you don't know what that song is, it's a very famous song. It's basically the Jonathan Creek, if I remember Jonathan Creek soundtrack.
Wow, that's a throwback.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah,
It goes dun, 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 dun. It's like kind of like an eerie track, but it's like the whole backstory of that song is about like the dead like waking up and dancing and stuff. So it's kind of based on that. So this is some of the
wow.
It's gonna be a whole area. It's not just gonna be a new attraction. It's gonna be a whole area with like places to eat and drink, shops, and then also like a big new attraction, which I'm thinking is going to be, it's got to be like a dark ride or something.
What's through that gate? That's what's got me intrigued with that artwork, man.
So that building in the background to me looks like where Spookslot is now.
Yeah.
Because if I need to be careful what comes up here. Spookslot. Don't want something dumb. I don't know. You never know when you're writing in these
the video's there.
I'm going to play the video.
Yeah.
But if you,
yeah,
but that's what Spookslot is now. That's
oh
like
my god, it's going to be like a better Gloomy Wood, isn't it?
It already is.
Yeah,
like, that's what it looks like.
Wow.
Already.
Wow.
So that's like inside the show. It's really like it's an amazing show. Like honestly, it's so eerie and creepy.
Yeah. Aaron loved it when he went there.
That's what I kept saying to him. I was like, make sure you do it. But it's just so freaky. Like these animatronics, well, dioramas, like a lot of Pepper's Ghost is used. Honestly, if you are into this, like if you're into your spooky stuff, I would suggest you try and get out there before it ends. I think it closes this year, the actual attraction is, but
it's cred, isn't it? Spook cred.
It's just to say you've done it is so cool. But yeah, they released the actual video as well, which I'll play.
I've just seen it on the LinkedIn, so I'm presuming it's going to be on the.
They shared it on here, like literally today or yesterday.
Yeah,
I don't know why it's not coming up now. That's really weird.
Yeah, that's strange. I literally saw it. I'll try and get it. 1 minute.
But yeah, so I'm just hoping it's going to be like a really cool, symbolic, like level ride, because I just feel like every theme park needs like a spooky attraction, and there's a lot that always miss it. I think anyway. I know everyone's not like bothered about it, but if you're into your on a ghost trains and stuff and dark rides, it adds like another element. Oh my god, why did I not get this? I just not get this. Someone talk.
What's up?
While they did air, while I do stuff.
I'm just like.
Oh, sorry, you're doing stuff. I was doing stuff as well. I was trying to find the video.
That's so weird. We were all like researching shit at the same time.
Yeah.
No,
here we go. He's got it.
Yeah, I'll share the music as well actually, because it's a really cool video.
Oh, it's got proper old school haunted house vibes to that first scene straight away.
Have you both Both of you seen this video yet or not?
I've not seen it. No, so you gave my first reaction yet. I've seen little tiny bits of it, but the GoPro the cat. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm excited, mate. It's such a sick advert.
Yeah.
For something that's not even like been like built yet, not even like it's still there.
Wow.
The old ride's still there, and they've gone to that level to do the announcement. This is what I like about Efteling is they listen to people, and I feel like I don't know if it was always in the plans to replace it with something like
I
this.
fucking knew Emma was gonna say something like that. There's a cat in the promo.
It's so good. Oh, Emma's just reminded me. Can everyone give the stream a thumbs up? That'd be great.
Thumbs up party, please. Appreciate it.
But yeah, I'm super excited about this. So yeah, it says in 2024, a new themed area will be created in Efteling that houses the new Danse Macabre attraction. The new 17,000 square foot themed area will be scarier than ever. In the new hair-raising attraction, you will be immersed in a thrilling story featuring unforgettable music from the Spookslot haunted house. The themed area has a mysterious setting in which 20-meter high attraction building immediately catches the eye. Yeah, man, stoked for you Efteling fans out there.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I'm stoked for fucking 24, man. This year is looking like...
Well, Netherlands alone are getting a Single Rail and this major new dark ride. Like it's
24 is becoming...
24 is fixing to be a good year.
24 is fixing to be like a 94, right? Am I right?
Exactly. Yeah, man.
It's happening. It's happening again, isn't it?
And then we've got what will eventually be Towers versus Thorpe in 24, aren't we?
Yeah. I mean...
So, Ad's saying a lot of chatter on European park forums and discords about the new ride at Efteling being an intimate ultra tower. That would be incredible if true. That would be pretty cool, man.
Why do I not know what an ultra tower is? From Intimate.
Is it the ones that just...
Or like what model that is?
Is the one at Phantasialand? I'm not sure if there
That's what I assumed it was.
Have you been on it, Mikhail? The one at Phantasialand? The one that's inside?
What's it called? No.
Yeah.
No, it's not that. No,
I'm looking at it right now.
I know nothing. Why am I on a podcast?
Mate, we can't we just know about coasters.
We can't know everything. There's a limit.
I mean, stop expecting so much of us, guys. God,
calm down, Jesus! You come here for facts.
Right, I'm guessing this is what it is. This is what I'm putting up. So it looks like flipping crazy. Like, what is this?
Whoa. Oh,
so this is
that is so sick.
So this is like a big tower for the podcast listeners. This is a big tower that goes. It's kind of like
done properly.
Yeah, but like on this model, I'm looking at it. I'm trying to explain it. So imagine like an SNS shot tower, but on each side, you've basically got like a lot of rows of seats, almost like you're in like what's it called, like the Simpsons ride at Universal. You're setting kind of like cinema style seating. Looks like it's got overhead restraints, but around you is a lot of different screens. But you're going up and down, and then it's like, okay, that's looking crazy.
That is revolutionary.
Like Luke, I thought in the Ultra Tower, I just assumed like Mystery Castle at Phantasialand or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like an
slightly reminds me of the ride system for Tower of Terror as well, like a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with this is
it just how the seats are set.
It's not like a drop tower though. That's the thing. This looks like it probably would drop, but it's a little drop. But it's more about it like going up and down and being surrounded by the screens, like flying theater taken to the next level.
That is fair play to me. Like if that's in it, that's going to be so cool.
because that's like
that is mad.
Don't get me wrong, I'd love to see, I do love my
Trackless
trackless dark ride systems.
They got one though, right?
I don't
This
think,
will be completely
that's
different.
it. They have got one, so why build another one with a different theme?
And they've got a very fucking good one as well. Like,
and this is like so different to anything else. You know what?
Just watching the video on the Intamin product page, like the ride units can pitch and they can yaw and they can tilt as well.
Yeah,
like as it's going up and down. Yeah,
can they invert?
That is a very cool concept. I don't think it's showing them in. Yeah. That I don't think it's showing them inverting, but yeah, you could have some really interesting dark ride scenes using that kind of system. Right?
If you're creative enough with the videos, man.
The projections are moving with you, so
they're moving on the tower.
Yeah,
they're attached to the tower system. You can see.
How have I never heard of this?
Same.
Yeah.
How is this the first I'm hearing about this ride system?
Wow.
That's really cool.
That's
like
cool. Man. Do you know
I'm
what?
liking the idea of this.
I love the way they're using like almost like the Star Wars Attack of the Clones, where he jumps out of the chase when he's doing the chase.
Oh yeah. I really like
man.
that scene. That could
really work.
Chase,
obviously not in a spooky area, but they could do that for sure. Yeah.
Dave said ABC UIs had a much more basic version of this planned for Subterra, but what it actually got turned out to be
fair point, Dave.
That's how you get rid of the flying theatre ceiling problem, Matt said. That's very true.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That actually, while saying that looks sick. Out and Back said it's a bit like Spider-Man / Transformers on a drop tower. Yeah, it's that type of thing, really, isn't it? Them type of ride seating.
Do you know what's good about that though? Is a drop tower from outside is intimidating. Going into a new ride, a new dark ride system, like not really knowing what to expect other than it is a drop tower, but not seeing it as that. Seeing it.
I wouldn't even describe it as a drop tower though. It's more to do with the just the elevations you're going at, and you'll get so it looks like you'll get
airtime. You'll get airtime on that.
But it's going to be more. I feel like it'll be more like a Intamin drop track sort of thing feeling, rather than a drop tower. Yeah, that's what it's going to feel like, really. That's going to be.
It says on the description, high positive G forces during the ascent and weightlessness feeling in the descent. So
definitely.
It's going to be
a lot of creative.
It feels anything like 13 when it drops. Because if you think of that, that's a staggered drop, isn't it? It's like, Again, it does bounce a bit as well after the first one.
And I'll say I prefer 13's drop to Hagrid's. Again,
so do I.
It feels like more intense.
Right.
And we've said this before about Intamin drop towers. Why do the smaller ones feel more intense than the large ones?
Literally, I was having a similar conversation with Andrew from Coasterbot. Shout out Andrew. He's actually over in the UK this week going to all our parks and stuff. I was having a chat with him earlier today, and I was saying that I literally prefer 13's drop track to Verbolten's. Because it's a seemingly, a fair bit longer feeling of free fall. Like it goes on for longer on 13 than it does on Verbolten. Everything else about Verbolten I prefer to 13. Yeah. but the actual the drops the drop specifically is better on 13 for sure.
It's underrated, man. So there we go.
Ducks.
Let's go over to Parc Asterix for a second. We've got two bit of news. First of all, is that
Europe this week, aren't we?
We are, mate.
The Europe show.
The Gods of Gods statue has actually had its underpants revealed, which is going to sound weird if you don't.
Apparently.
So if you didn't know, there's a big competition though Parc Asterix were running where you could vote for the underpants of this big large statue.
Is that Clay I just heard in the background?
Yeah, it was.
That was a great impression of an F1 car, Cleo.
He was like running past as well. He's got the zoomies.
Sean's just got catnip tied to his computer chair, just like.
So they opened it up, and it looks like the Duck Pants won. So
Duck Pants win.
I just thought it was so funny. Like, it's such a cool little thing that they've
they know how great it is, though. Look at their face, man. Like, they're like, yes, we are fucking doing this. You're gonna like it. Yeah, we're doing it. Like, you're wearing the duck pants, mate.
Yes, we are mean just like the rest of you.
Speaking of mind bending.
Oh yeah, and then this pops up out of nowhere.
So you want to talk about this, Macabre?
Yeah. So this got thrown in a couple of chats in the last couple of days. The first inversion on Two Tatis opening next year.
What is it? It's fucking.
I mean that's the fucking question. Like,
it's a stall banana half roll.
It looks like a cutback, but a stall version of it. Like, basically what it's going to do is going to hit the first launch out of the station and then bank to the left before rolling over to the right, like briefly, and then rolling back on itself.
I think you're right. Luke. I think it's a junior banana roll.
Yeah, junior banana roll. Does it actually invert?
Something like that.
In the comments.
I mean, there's without a doubt that inverts right there. It's going to be like over in a split second, but
that's going to be such a weird throw out.
Yeah,
I have a feeling it's going to go through it kind of slowly to really accentuate the hang time through it, kind of like how Tiger and Pantheon go through their first inversion. But, yeah. I just what's striking to me is just how exaggerated the
exit is.
The roll is. Like like it's or like just the exaggerated heartline is what I was getting at.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm wondering how far off of the floor of the train the seats are gonna sit, because like the higher up that they are, the more whippy that inversion will be. But
Bloody Nora. You got to pull up Ben's comment. That's hilarious.
That's like if Cha Cha slide was a roller coaster.
It's not even me.
Yeah. Slide to the left, slide to the right. There you go.
It was oh man, this looks like it's going to be special. I'm excited about this.
It's going to be really fun.
This park, man, is getting, just to go and see the duck pants alone, but I mean, it's getting that as well. Is this 24 as well, or is this 23? Like, when's this opening?
Two Tatis is 23, if I'm not mistaken.
23, yeah.
Delay it till 24. Just everyone open the coasters in 24, and that is. Oh man!
Yeah, no one go anywhere in 23.
Yeah, we're so hyped for the next couple of years, man.
Everyone heard that UK's getting like a decent coaster, and then Europe are like, let's just chuck as many as we can. We better get going.
And then they're like junior banana roll.
Yeah,
can't have any of the English boys taking over anybody.
No, you can't. No.
On RCDB, the elements that it's describing so far.
Oh, really? Wow.
But this is I mean, take it with a pinch of salt.
Speculation station.
So you got your LSM launch, you've got overbanked curve, 0G stall, LSM boost, multipass, top hat outside, vertical rollback, 0G stall, and barrel roll.
Okay. 0G stall, barrel roll.
Huh.
Yeah. From what I've seen of the POVs, like all of that is included. But that seems like they're not counting certain other things in the POV as well. But I don't know.
Wait, is that the station?
Yeah, that looks like the concept art for the station.
Yeah,
it looks sick. Looks so good.
It's gonna be themed very well.
Oh yeah, that looks so cool. It's like a hill. That's almost like a kind of,
provided they actually go through with the theme and don't get budget cutted out like on.
I feel like they will, man. I feel like Parc Asterix don't really hold anything back. If when I look at things, it's kind of like pretty It's always quite well done.
If Osiris is anything to go by.
Yeah,
then-
exactly.
then-
Cool. Right. What else we got next? We have. I think that's all our news covered.
News.
News hour. So we come on to our main topic now, which is
just in time.
what did I phrase it as? Best day ever at a theme park. Best day ever at a
It's
theme
about
park.
to be the best day ever.
I don't know, man. I can't even put a.
There are any Mac
What
Miller fans in
have
the
you guys got for us in the chat and in the comments? Let us know what your
Yeah.
best day ever at theme park was.
I mean, I can start if you want.
Yeah,
there's-
No,
I
it's not necessarily like the best day ever, because like, I mean, like,
Just
how
a
can
cool
you really
memory,
point that
right?
out? Can you just
No.
like
I mean,
our best?
I personally do have. There's one that sprung to mind instantly for me.
Okay.
Even though have had so many, like honestly, when I think about all the theme parks I've been to, and over even just the last like 4 years, there's been some amazing moments. Like even like all the Pleasure Beach experience weekenders have just been great because of the company you're with and they make it. But
yeah.
when I think about it, it was the last time I went to Efteling. It was only there for a day, but it was like the park open at 10 a.m. and then shut at like 10 p.m. And you just cannot beat them long ass days where like you get so much done,
Yeah.
and then you sit down, like you could like have a beer or something to eat, and then you're just like, we have another 5 hours. Like it just feels like you've got an extra day.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and that was what it felt like because we'd already been to Efteling once, so we'd done everything. Got like kind of got over that first stage of trying to find everything out. We'd done 2 days with the first time we went there as well, so that was like no rush. But yeah, that like the last time we went, it was like absolutely perfect weather. We'd just come out of lockdown. It was like honestly, as soon as lockdown was lifted, it was like July, I think we went. Yeah, it was for my birthday. This was 2020. And yeah, it was just like it was amazing. Just everything about it. I just love that park so much. It's just one of them parks where it's not even about like they may not have like the best coasters in the world, you know, they haven't got like a Zarja and all this sort of stuff, but just the whole the vibe of the park. I know you said a lot, but the vibe of the park is just so nice because of like a lot of the stuff put in place around that period. There was hardly anyone there, so everything was just like really short queues. It was really nice to be in a country where everyone just like respected the distance, like because we'd been to a few theme parks in the UK, and you know you had that thing where it sounds weird now, but remember when we was going there, it was like someone's right up, they're meant to be giving you a space, but they're right up your ass.
Yes,
there's like none of that. Yeah, like every single person were like staying to this. It was just perfect. It was just so
respectful.
nice. Yeah. And yeah, I just remember us getting on like the last 2 rides we had was like, okay, we'll go do Flying Dutchman again. Went and did that, and then we were just like ran over to Symbolica and got like a last ride on that, and then we come out and it was like nighttime, saw Symbolica at night. It was just like, yeah, it was just insane. And if you're someone who really likes Efteling, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's just one of the best places on earth. So yeah, I'd say that was probably my best day I've ever had at a theme park. But I've got other ones we can talk about. Anyone else got like a standout? Like I say, it doesn't have to be the best day.
So
yeah.
I'll go with I do have a few, but I'll say one from more recently when me and a few friends when we went to Phantasialand for Wintertrom last year. Like the standout, like first of all, anyone who's been to Phantasialand during Wintertrom during December knows how special that like Phantasialand doesn't get any better than during Wintertrom. Point blank period.
It looks amazing. Yeah,
it's incredible. It's incredible. But one particular moment, we were in Ruckberg at night, and I was taking photos of the area at night while the rest of the group were riding, and so they were all if I remember, let me see if I recall this correctly, they had been on, and I think it was getting real close to when they were getting ready to just close the queue line, and so they ran back round and got back in line, and I'm just over, like I'm in the back of the area by the by the restaurant, or just on one of the round tables, and I was taking photos around there, and as I'm just messing around with settings, trying to figure out what shot I want, all the lights in the area just turn off, right? All the lights in the area just turn off, and there's just this sort of like, like electrical discharge, like how that usually sounds. There's just that going, like flickering here and there.
Yeah.
I see some lights start flickering, and at this point I'm just like,
what's going on?
Is the door closed?
Did something just break?
Yeah.
I'm not
Wrong
really
settings.
I'm not really sure what's happening around me at the time, and like there's barely anyone in the area as well. I'm like damn near by myself. There's maybe like 2 or 3 other people just in the area as well.
Yeah.
And after a couple of minutes, some other like little like light fixtures come on, and this music starts playing, but it's like real sort of like lurking sounding, like a little tension behind it. It's just like it's
ominous music.
Ominous. That's the word. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, like it's ominous music. The lights are starting to build a little bit, and it's like, okay, something's going on. Something's happening right now. I had no idea what it was. No one did, and like it's building, and then just this like just energetic as fuck rock music just starts playing.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's happening right now? I have no idea. This is so surreal. And then so there's after a while there's just rock music. There's like real hype rock music playing, lights like flashing all about the place. The fly train comes out of nowhere. So like there's a train flying around the area during all of this, and I'm like, yo, this is surreal as fuck. This feels like, first of all, this feels like I should be on the train, but like just to be standing in the middle of it
while it's happening,
while it's going round.
Yeah.
And it's like it just keeps building, and it's building, and then it gets to the crescendo of the music, and like there's loads of like, it's obviously some kind of production that they put on, but no one knew it was going on.
Yeah.
And then it comes to the end. All the lights come back on. It just goes back to just normal nighttime Ruckberg, and it's like,
what?
That's so random.
Like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? But just like being in the middle of it was like what the fuck am I standing in the middle of right now? And then it occurred to me, were they just on that train? They must have been on that train, because it was like, first of all, it was running one train. It was running one train. It was that dead that they had fly on one train the entire time we were there. So like it was on one train. I was like, they must have just been on that train. After shortly after that realization, I see them running out of the exit. So I'm like running over to them, and I'm like, please tell me you guys were just on that train I saw. Yeah. They're all like, we were on that fucking train. We all lose our shit. It was fucking amazing. Like what I had just seen, they had been flying around in.
What the hell?
All the music, all the lights. And I realized that this is it's hard to kind of, explain the context, given that I'm the only one who's been at Ruckberg. But like, what it was a nighttime evening show that Fantasian had put together to play, obviously at nighttime in Ruckberg. And I'm not sure if I'm not sure if it's something that they'll only be playing during Wintertron, but like that's the only time that you can really get nighttime at Ruckburg unless you stay.
Wow.
What are they doing? Are they like were they testing out a certain section of it or just playing like just?
I think
just
they were
that-
literally just testing
testing
the
a
show
bit of it?
through. It was
Oh my God.
it was the first time they'd ever played it.
Wow.
wow.
It was the first time they'd ever run it through fully. Like,
By the way, guys,
in the area.
I've just got to nip away for a second, but I'm listening to him on my phone, so just carry on.
All right, cool. Yeah, it was the first time they'd ever played it like properly, and I got to stand in the middle of it while they were doing it.
That's mad.
Having no clue what the hell was going on.
Oh, nobody did, right?
No one did.
Like,
no one did.
no
No one at
one.
all. And then like I meet up with them, and I'm like, you guys on that train? And they were like, we're on that train, and I was like, oh my God, how fucking crazy was that?
That is
whole
mad.
place went crazy.
That is so cool.
I already had a pretty like, I mean, anyone who's listened to me talk the entire time that we've been doing this podcast, like, knows how lofty my views of Phantasialand are.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I didn't think there was anything they could do that would blow me away more so than my mind had already been blown by just the park itself. That did it. That
sounds right up my street, not gonna lie. That sounds like proper.
You like you would have an out of body experience in that
yeah,
during that time.
I can imagine. Like,
and your affinity to heavy metal and rock music, that kind of music, like you would
in that
lose
steampunk environment,
in that steampunk area. Yeah. In Ruckburg, it's like if you were able to catch a ride while that show was going on, you'd lose your mind in there.
You just giving me way. How the hell do I follow this?
So before we get into yours, there's so many things people are sharing. So I'm just going to go through some of them. So, Emily said first trip to Plopsaland was pretty special. It's Emily's first European park. Yeah. Your first European park is always going to be special. Because it depends where we go.
I think
Terra is cool though. You know what? Just being in like a different country, like whether it's the climate or just a different style of the way to do.
I really enjoyed Terra.
I liked Terra when I went. I don't know if it'd be worth visiting again now, but if it's in the area, I'd definitely go back. But yeah.
How about if the RMC Magnus Colossus?
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
Now.
If there's anything left of it, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like rotted away, basically.
Yeah, probably has, right?
But
yeah, Ross said. Ross said Disney at Christmas. I'd love to experience Disney. Like Disneyland Paris.
I think me and Danielle are thinking about going out there this Christmas, hopefully. Spend a couple of days there. That would be so cool.
Once you've both gone and done Disney World as well, you'll need to get your Disney fix, honestly.
I know.
Isaac said Halloween Horror Nights 2019 opening night. Oh man, I'm gonna be at opening night this year.
Wow.
I've been looking forward to it.
Yes.
Man.
Yo, last year's when
they opened the gates.
You know, they open like no, even just before that when they had Jack with a megaphone.
Yeah.
That looks
behind him and his whole spiel.
Everyone just went mental.
I really need to get to Halloween Horror Nights.
Everyone went mental.
We got Emma said, as a parent, best days for me are when I get to ride a big coaster with my kids for the first time. The proudest level is like optimum. I can't imagine that feeling, like being like such a coaster fan and stuff, and like being able to like take them on and experience their first time when we all know like what our first time on a coaster was like that must be something else, really. Just got to adjust my light on them. My light is dying. So yeah, no, I can totally get that. So we got Matt said Cedar Point, May 2015, a fantastic day overall, but I was fortunate enough to ride Millennium Force back row last ride of the day. with a Stengel engineer who had a hand in
Nice.
creating it. Magical moment.
Nice. That is cool, man.
I've got to say, a
dope.
shout out to one of my, when I think about it now, it's not like a theme park day as a whole, but a really proud moment was, it's got to be meeting John Wardley, man. Like,
man.
I met Wardley, and me and Joe had like a, he had time for us. We had a proper good chat. It didn't feel like awkward or anything. It was like, that was insane. Like, that was so good. David said best day ever when the World Cup and it's dead.
That's such a Dave thing to say. Jack said ride to happiness. End of.
Emily said something similar. Just ride to happiness. That's the tweet. That's the tweet.
That's it. That's all you need to do. Out and Back Travel said did a Fantasyland winter once, and then we were tit deep in snow. They managed to get everything but Black Mamba open. Good effort.
That's a new management of snow. Measurement of snow that I'm using from now on. Man. Can't come into work, mate. I'm tit deep in snow.
Just keep sharing your memories. If do it.
That sounds the best with a Manchester accent as well.
How you doing, Chris? Shout out to Chris. Portventura 2017, my second time there, but the first time my son got over his fear of roller coasters, there was no stopping him. Then it was the proudest moment ever and made the trip ever.
Nice,
amazing.
That's so cool.
Love that.
It's funny you say that because everyone's saying, like, as parents, like the memory that I'm gonna go with is when I rode the big one with my dad for the first time.
Right.
So like we had been to PA before. Some of you guys might not know this, but when I was younger, I didn't like going on rides. I just took photos of them and videoed them and just went to parks just to be at a park. I just loved being there. I played Roller Coaster Tycoon to death. So like I'd come home from like Blackpool or Towers and I'd just be on there just trying to build Nemesis and build all the rides and stuff as much as I could. Always really crap, but it was my happy place, right? And one day my dad bribed me when I was younger. He's like, if you go on the roller coaster at Blackpool, then I'll get you this blaster that's on the front in one of the toy shops. And I was only young. I was like, yeah, all right, let's do it. We did it. The fucking brake man disappeared after the first loop. We did it twice on the roller coaster because it used to have a brake. When we got to the tunnel, I remember getting to the tunnel. I was like, right, the tunnel's there. Then we're going to hit the brakes. And we're going around again. I was like, all right, okay, this is happening. So I kind of embraced it a bit more the second time, and I got into it. And then we went out to Spain after that, and I got in the queue for Stampeder, and I chickened out. I was like, I chickened out. Walked straight through, and then I came back, and then I went to Towers with my school. I got on Oblivion, and then that was when I kind of started to get rides, going on them, what feelings it feel like and all that stuff. And I remember the first time I said to my dad, like, let's go Blackpool, let's get a wristband, let's do everything. And we did. And the first time I rode Big One, we got in the queue for it. I was proper hyped, proper nervous. The adrenaline was proper flowing. And we turned out that station, it started hailstoning. I'll never forget it. My first ride on the Big One was hailstone. Way. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We got about 200 foot up. They stopped it. And then it absolutely lashed it down. And then about a minute later, straight off over. The most painful thing ever, but it was the most proudest moment for me was when I overcame the Big One. And I remember like just saying to my dad, like, let's go, everything. Let's go, Revolution. Let's go, everything. And then we went back to PA. And then we went back to PA and we did everything together at PA. I remember going in the Shambhala queue, the Stampeder queue, and I was like, my dad's like, are you sure? Like, I was like, yes, I'm sure. Let's go. So
you're like,
we did that.
Came off the UK's tallest coaster in a fucking hailstorm.
Yeah,
yes, I'm sure.
I'm ready for anything, man. Like that moment when you beat the fear and the anxiety of big rides and being able to appreciate them. That's my favorite memory of a theme park.
It's
just that feeling,
for sure.
Like, I can't top Fly going crazy in a rock concert, but that is my memory.
Man. A lot of the times, like, like there can be like crazy things happening, like you say, like once things, but a lot of the time, at the end of the day, like it's just them standing out moments about how you felt at that specific time.
Mhm.
For example, like when I'm talking about Efteling, it was a normal day, but it was
Yeah.
just the circumstances of it being just right after COVID, like not thinking we'd ever get to another park outside of the UK ever again. It's just things like that, man, and it's just the lasting memories. It's just you can't really put a finger on it, can you?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I think one of my recent most craziest recent memories is when we got invited down to walk around the Vikings construction area.
Yeah,
We had been staring at the logos and the rides and making them in animation for like 4 months, and then to finally see them. Had a hard hat on with a Loki logo on it. It was like, what's going on? Like, this is mad. It was stood next to 4 when it was testing.
yeah,
It's like, man, that is, and that's going to be topped by obviously going for the preview. It's just going to be like so insane just to see everyone just buzz off that area. I can't wait. Like, I don't think I'll ever be able to beat that as an actual like thing for Coaster Gen and for me and for everyone, the team, everyone. That is up there, huge. Like me and Pete turned up, and we were just there. Yeah, that's my fence. Yeah, Pete literally turned around. Like, that's my fence. I designed that fence. You're using my fence. That was such a cool day. But in terms of like proper proud memories, was getting on them rides with my dad. Definitely.
It's weird, man, because you're kind of like the way when we like come on and stream and stuff, and you were like just so taken aback by it. It just reminds me of like when we first worked with Alton Towers, me and Joe did, and it was like we got asked to go and do like a Scarefest. Like of all the things that they could have asked me to do first, it was like Scarefest, which was like I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It was like introduced me to like Halloween events and just like scare mazes, and I just remember that it was like back in 2020, and when we went and filmed inside the scare mazes, and like we'd never been backstage anywhere, we'd never been on like a Tower Times event or anything like that, so we were just like everything we were seeing, we was just like, God, we're backstage, we're doing this, we're like getting to film in mazes and things, and then when it got released, and it was just like it was such a surreal moment, and I was just like, what the hell? I was like, how like this has like been a dream of mine for ages, and I was just like, it's mad when things work out like that, and that was like so what I'm saying is I can completely get where you're coming from.
I don't think it's sunk in. I don't even think what you do sinks in half the time either. Like it's just so
special.
Think
like it is, and the thing is, like I think when I talk to other people who work in theme parks for a living, like I think sometimes it can get to the point where when you're working in it, it just becomes the norm then. But then you'll have these like little standout moments that kind of remind you like what am I doing?
Like I feel like those like surreal moments come back around again and again. You don't get them every single time when you're living in it, like when you're living your life in it, but they come back around every now and again. Like you'll have certain connections to certain projects that really make the like seeing it come to fruition be really special.
I think what one of them was literally like last week. We forgot to. It's on the news list. I mean, we literally went past it, but we filmed the Scarefest teaser for what got released on Friday the 13th for the for like the release of the tickets and teasing a new thing coming. And that was like again, that was it brought me back to it because I was just like, oh wow, I was like teasing something and I'm being inside the towers and I'm filming something. I was like,
you're part of the process now.
I was like, this is weird. Like I'm part of that whole thing now. Where I feel like I'm part of the team and stuff. So that was like another one of them. But yeah, like we'll have to talk about that next week about the speculations and stuff. Obviously, I can't say anything. But it'd be nice just to have a little chat about what we're hoping for this Scarefest maybe. But yeah, so it's really cool. Let's Someone just mentioned Porter again. Oh, actually, this is a cool one. It's different. Going Oakwood for the first time in 2018 and just wanting to get into theme parks after riding Megaphobia with my dad and just wanting to learn about coasters. Yeah,
definitely.
Megaphobia.
Yeah.
You know what? I did Megaphobia first time last year. First couple of rides of it, I was on the back, and I know a lot of people have said it's not riding the best it ever has for a while, but like I was like kind of like, oh yeah, I can see it being a great layout. But then on the end of the day, I managed to get a front row seat. I literally begged the rider. I was at the start of the queue, and what they do on that is if you're at the start of the queue, they make you go to the back.
The back, yeah.
And I was like, honestly, we've drove all the way here to come and do this. Like, we've got to drive like 4 hours back. Like, this is the first time like experience Megaphobia. Can I please? And he was just like, all right. So he let me and Joe go to the front.
Fuck's sake, go on then.
Let me think.
I don't make a habit of it, but I'd done that coaster 4 times that day, and it was always at the back, like all at the back half of the train. I was just like, please, mate. I was like, there's hardly anyone here. Just let me go to the front, please. So he let me. And yeah, when I was at the front, I was like, mate, if that gets some work done to it, that would be the best Woody that I reckon. If that could get like, it will be the best Woody in the country, like hands down. It
already first drop. Holy shit, that first drop.
I rode Megaphobia last year, and no, that's far and away the best wooden coaster in the UK, in my opinion.
The G's at the bottom of that drop.
It's really good.
It's
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a bunch of rain rides on it. Last when did I go? Last September.
All I've ever had is rain.
You know what? We went on it, and it was like the hottest day of the year. So that
oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Which is I'm so glad, because that park in the sun is it's gorgeous. Like, I loved it.
It is.
Like, it's so nice. So I'm glad I got to do that. But yeah, I think like a rain ride on Megaphobia would help a lot.
Nuts. It was flying when I rode it. It was
I think the problem with me is the first go we had, we were like, what was it, right at the back of the train? So it's kind of like, if that's your first experience of it, the next time you go onto it, you're bracing then, aren't you? You're bracing, because it was doing that thing, you know what Nash does, which it doesn't do it anymore. Like, I didn't talk about that, but the retrack on Nash, like, to me, Grand National is a love-hate coaster. If you've always hated Nash, it won't do anything for you. But honestly, the work they've done to it has improved it so much. I had the best rides on Nash I can think of, like over the weekend. It was incredible.
How much did you drink?
You say that, mate. You say that.
Sunday.
No, you say that. Sunday morning, I was hungover as hell. They changed ERT from Big Dipper to Grand National.
Oh, what?
Mate, and they'd brought and the park opened an hour earlier than planned and scheduled, so we had to get there for like 8:30.
Shit!
And I was hungover as hell, and I was dreading it, and because I was like, this is what I was thinking. I was like, I had some really good rides on it yesterday, and I was like, yeah, but I was also a bit tipsy. Did it? It was so good, so good. But anyway, yeah, like if but it was doing that thing when I went on it on the back of Megaphobia, where it's like forcing my head, like my neck into my body, and I just hate that when you get that like proper like slammed down. But yeah, when I went on the front, didn't have any of that, and it was brilliant. So I'd recommend PEB and attraction source events for creating the best park day. Events are great for building those lasting friendships. I met my husband on a South Parks meetup 17 years ago.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
That's amazing. So cool. That's so nice to hear. Honestly, yes, every time we do a PB event, including last weekend, like some really good friendships are made, and it was just so nice meeting.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people there, like I already talked to on Twitter. Those are the people I was mainly like hanging out with, because it's just the way it is. There's so many people there. I'm sure there's a lot of people I do talk to on Twitter, but you don't know them until like you meet them, do you? Because everyone's profile pictures like that. So there's a few people like like Matt was there, and I didn't even realize it was him because he had like a hat on and sunglasses all weekend. And I was just like, and afterwards I was like, "Yeah, that was you." I was like, "What the hell?" I felt so bad, but there's a few people like that that I felt bad that I didn't realize it was them. But yeah, the people like we got to hang out with for the first time. You know, for example, like Laura, as in half Northern. You know, Abby Nicole, Parts and Pints. We had like Claire as well. Like it was so cool finally like meeting Claire, and like she's such a cool person. Yeah, and properly hanging out with Ben for the first time all weekend was really, really nice. There's just too many people to mention, like Chris who's here as well. Like it was really cool
it's been so cool to just have these really cool people who aren't necessarily as known, you know, they're fresh new faces, but just turn out to be just genuinely awesome people that love all this shit like we do. Like there's like it's just pure like good energy with them every single time. And
it always is, and it was like, you know, it was in the Big One station, even when we did a takeover when it wasn't like ERT or anything like that, and then Big One station, and then they were still, because they knew it was all us, they saw our things, they was playing the siren in there, and everyone in the station was going woo. It was so good, man. And everyone's just like there for a good time. There's no drama. It's just so good, and I've especially if you view like theme parks through the scope of like Twitter, for example, it can sometimes get you down a little bit. It's, you know, it's kind of the way it is. So yeah, you've got to just go and experience it and get out of the house. So yeah. Matt said I did 10 rides in a row of Megaphobia. I was brilliant.
Okay, so when I first did Megaphobia, I forgot to mention this. I think we rode it 18 times in one day.
Fuck it, no. I lost count of how many times we rode.
In the rain. It rained all day.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Speed would stand out for me.
Lloyd said, Sean, are you doing what Jack Silkstone did for Thorpe Park and Front Nights with Kieran Adams for Alton Towers? Shout out to them, man. Their work's great. But I will say, I was doing it with Towers first before they did. I was working with Towers before they did. So
why do I feel like this is going to come up on a diss track?
It's going to be a diss track this year. I was doing it first. Not to that extent. They did their Fright Night stuff last year was sick. It was so good.
Clever.
But yeah, I've been working with Towers longer. What, get that in
definitely
there?
On a
just in case you didn't hear me last time.
You just signed the waiver away, man. That's it, done. Like,
yeah.
I'll go ahead and say what. Or did you want to get more off from the chat? Or
yeah, I was just gonna make sure we're not just missing stuff out, because obviously.
Oh yeah, sure.
Not sure if I told you they're flying. The rumors flying around of it being SBN No next year.
What
though? Yeah, that could have been.
I think he was referencing Megaphobia.
Yeah, maybe because he was talking about that for a while.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris.
If it's SBNO to get like
doing
a
stuff,
retrack, that'd be great. Like honestly, man, imagine if you got GCI in there. Imagine if it got like the Ghost Rider treatment, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh shit.
But to be fair, I don't want it changed too much. Like I think what they did to Ghost Rider, I've not experienced it before, but like that looked like it improved it massively. By the way, have you seen Arturo Ryan's video on Ghost Rider recently?
I watched that the other day.
No, I've never seen it yet.
It's real good.
It's a great
video.
Check that out.
I didn't realize you mentioned that about GCI not changing much with the layout. I didn't realize how much they subtly did change.
There was a lot of subtle, but stuff that kind of needed to be, because like the way he explained it was like at that time CCI were like kind of just being like a bit lazy. Like
like it was
it
was a lot of similarities to RCCA constructing Son of Beast, cutting a lot of corners. Which I wouldn't have expected from CCI, but
yeah.
The more you know.
But yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, if GCI were to come in and do some retracking on Megaphobia, that would be awesome for them to keep like the same like standout lateral moments. So like don't change the banking too much on certain turns on
especially
Megaphobia.
towards the end.
Keep the sort of like CCI DNA of the layout, but just make it more sustainable. And kind of like
GCI, as well, that Megaphobia is a Wardley creation as well. Like,
yeah, it is.
A lot of people forget that, it is Wardley's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just just wish he was able to build more woodies, especially one that went across a valley somewhere. Don't know where that would be. Anyway,
we can only hope. We can only hope. We can only hope.
Like Water Valley would be so much better, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
didn't even think about that.
every time light water comes up, I just get depressed as hell, man.
Yeah, me too, Sean.
It's so depressing.
Same. Me three.
And people have some people have the gall to like go on at Drayton and stuff, and I'm like, can you just direct that stuff to light water and get there light a fire at their artists, because they've got this like they've got this like insane woody. I mean, whether it's good or not is up to things, but it's just there. It's there. Yeah, it's there, and it's just like rotting away. Like,
was it Frank Bruno or Chris Eubank?
A
boxer rode it. Was it Frank Bruno?
It was. I've seen the video before.
It was Frank Bruno.
Rode the ultimate.
Yeah, on opening.
Yeah.
It was.
I think it was Chris. I think it was Chris Eubank.
Chris Eubank. Yeah, there you go. Right, is that one of them? Yeah, I think it was one of them. He said. He says something on that Fishing Beat Pack video that he did about it. It's like, yeah, it was a bit good, but a bit rough. Like, I was like, brilliant. This guy knew his shit like straight away.
It's Frank.
Bit rough.
Was it Frank?
Frank Bruno.
Yeah, it was Frank Bruno.
Oh, was
it? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It was my mistake.
Oh no, I need to share this with the audio, because the way he's saying it's like it's just
funny.
It's just like he's so just funny. Been in the ring, and it like someone like commentators like interviewing him about it.
It looks like that. Oh, it's not playing the audio.
Oh, is it not?
It's not playing the audio, Sean.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I don't think Sean can hear us. John?
What?
Technical difficulties. We couldn't hear the audio.
How could you not? I think it's because we're all talking. But anyway, go check that out. It's on RCCGB, their YouTube channel. It's so funny. The ultimate like Water Valley opening. It's so hilarious. But
yeah. So
sorry,
I couldn't. I couldn't get involved in a topic like this without throwing a Velocicoaster story in there, could I?
I was gonna say, man, I was really expecting one soon.
Oh yeah, no. I've got a few. I've got a few.
Go for one. We're an hour and 52 in.
So I mean, I have probably the most personal one to me. I've already shared a little bit on Twitter, so I'll leave that one. If you can find it in my tweets somewhere. Then that one's there. But one from the Buzzed Bars Velocistumble event specifically, on the Sunday evening, if I remember correctly. Shout out, Buzzed Bars, the Drunk Riders, Coasters and Brews, all of those guys, shout them out every time. So it was a night ride. This was just such a sick moment, because it was kind of like I just kind of caught myself for a second in the middle of a moment with all of these people who I had wanted to meet, like all of that year, all of last year. So me and a guy I met on that weekend called Keegan, he was about to get his 60th if I'm not mistaken, 60th ride on Velocicoaster. He lives in New Orleans. He goes down to Florida for Universal like damn near all the time. He practically lives there. But so like we got like he was about to get his 60th ride, and we had been talking in the queue line for Hagrid's prior, and was like, get like I want my 60th ride to be a front row ride. So like, do you want to do it with me? And I'm like, hell fucking yeah, I do. Like that's like, yeah, I'll ride it for your 60th ride. So we're in the front row queue line. We're about to get on, or no, we weren't. We were I think we were like maybe 2 trains away from it being our turn, and so like we get split off from the rest of our group because they're not all trying to get on the front row. They're all just trying to get on, so they get on way sooner than us, and we see a train come in. We're really close to riding. We see a train come in, and there's just Mike and his like I think his wife was with him in the back row, but Mike from the Drunk Riders. So context. Mike when he rode Skyrush at Hershey Park for the first time, someone caught a photo of him like in the front row, and he was just there like, oh, that like the look on his face was like, oh, that was good. Like you couldn't believe it. And I think when he like proclaimed it as his number one, like there was a moment on Skyrush where he was just like, that's it, it's number one. That's it. So back to Velocicoaster, like we see him come in like on the back row, and he sees me in the front row queue line waiting to get on the front row, and he just I catch eyes with him, and he's looking at me like, oh. I'm like, and I put up a number one. I'm like, did that just get your number one spot? And he's looking at me like, and isn't it? Train comes to a stop. He gets up and he just shouts, "That's it! That's fucking it!" Everyone downstairs in the lockers, in the exit side of the lockers heard him as well. I was just like, I lose my mind. I'm like, let's go!
That's such a good story. I love that. I was like, that
was so cool for me to like be a part of that moment for him, where he realized it was his number one as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I was just there like, this is everything that I had spent like basically all of 2021 wanting to be a part of, like these kind of moments of so cool. People getting on this ride, getting on Velocicoaster, and it becoming
that's the thing,
their
man.
number one
like
coaster for them.
I cannot wait to experience Velocicoaster, but experiencing that with like a massive group of enthusiasts must be like one of the best feelings. Like I can't even imagine, especially like them as well.
You can't like you can't expect those kind of moments because you don't know what form they're going to take. Like you don't know where you're going to have them. Like they just happen when they do.
They
like
just happen.
You can't really prepare yourself for them.
Can you? Heck no.
You can't. It's so good. I was just laughing because everyone was going through the list of people who have opened Drayton Manor. Well, just rides. So you had not just Drayton Manor, but just rides. So Boyzone opened PlayStation.
Wait.
Well, the next one's mental.
Robin Williams. No, it's Robbie Williams, Ben. Not Robin Williams. That would have been sick if Robin Williams.
Yeah, Robin Williams. Oh wow.
Hearsay. Remember Hearsay? Anyone? That opened Mail.
Yeah, fuck it. No.
The funniest one though was like,
what was that show called? Pop Idol? Pop Idol, wasn't it?
It was. It's gone through so many different.
That's a fucking.
Wait, no.
Yeah,
it was. Oh, what was it called?
I don't know. It was it was G4 opening G-Force. That was the funny. I remember that because that's when I was still local, and it was G4 were like were they like one of the first winners of Britain's Got Talent? I think it was. It was like it
Yeah.
was either the first one or the second one. And like,
what was
who the hell are G4 now? Like,
that's gonna kill me now. What that talent show was, where they had to stay in a house as well, like Big Brother, but it was a music one.
No, it was definitely like Pop Idol, because that's what they do on the last few weeks,
few rounds before
together,
the final round.
They stay in like a house with one of the judges.
Ah, is that what it was? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna fact. Where's James when you need him, man?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Pop stars.
Oh, knew it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Then Pop Stars became Pop Idol, didn't
Pop Idol.
it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the pilot for Pop Idol, wasn't it? Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Pure and simple.
Can't go wrong with Eddie the Eagle in the Avalanche, though.
Do you know what? Do you want to know a fun fact about Eddie the Eagle?
Go for it, mate. Go on.
He was my next door neighbor when I was younger.
Fuck off.
Oh my god.
How many ramps did he have?
Well, the thing is, I lived in Tamworth when I was younger, like in the center of like pretty much just out the center of the side of Tamworth. So he used to like coach a lot at the Snowdome in Tamworth, which like at the time was like one of the only big like actual indoor ski slopes you can do. But yeah, like how much, because he basically like he was our next door neighbor. She lived there, and then they started dating, and then he moved in. So yeah, there you go.
What?
There's a film about him and everything, isn't there? It's
That's
mad,
crazy. Felix Schofield opens the
yeah. And another fun fact: does anyone know who Edwin Starr is?
I do not.
He did that like classic song that whoa. What is it good for?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was like his only song.
Was he next door neighbor?
It was American, but no, he lived in my village when I moved out.
What the fuck?
He had a big mansion. He made a lot of money off that song.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's cool.
Did you go down the pub with these guys and shit?
Edwin Starr.
Sup, Eddie? How you doing? I'm alright, mate.
Edwin Starr, especially, he was always down the pub. You'd see him watching outside. I think for some reason when I was like 8 years old, it was like a thing that me and my mates would like just get an autograph of him every time. I probably had about like 10 autographs of him. We just go up to him and be like, "Can you sign this?"
Kept getting the same autograph from him.
We didn't even know. The only reason we knew who he was because, do you remember Small Soldiers, the film?
Yeah,
it was a song in that. So we were just, and then my mom was like, "Oh yeah, he sang that song," and I was like,
"What a film!
What, him?
Yeah, film.
Yeah, well, good film. Yeah, man. Soul King. I'm glad you know him, man. Yeah, he used to live in Polesworth. There you go.
Matt Clay said Valhalla was opened by Jonathan Ross for some reason.
You know what?
The Daily Star. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of.
Jonathan, but like his wife's a badass, man. She's like a film writer. Like he's got really, because he like writes comic book. He does a lot of stuff outside of his TV stuff. Yeah. And his wife, I can't remember all the films, but like one of the big films she wrote was, remember Kick-Ass, the film?
Yeah.
She wrote that.
Ben, I can do you one better than that. Imagine a live Chain Dogs podcast in the horror bar. That would be pretty cool, right?
We need it in the hub. Should we do it? Make it happen.
Yeah.
Live podcast in the hub. That will get so messy.
Yeah. 10 pints in. Just grab a mic. Holy Blackpool.
Should say do.
That's got to be during Oktoberfest as well.
No, it'd have to be holy woo.
Legit.
If there's anywhere where we start a podcast with, can I get a oh
yeah? Oh my god, that video you sent us was so funny, Sean.
Oh, when on the motorway, I saw that.
Yeah.
I wish I had it up here actually.
Oh, so funny.
Anyway, everyone, it's 10
Thank
o'clock.
You.
That is the limit we go to.
Yes.
Thanks so much for joining us. It's been amazing hearing everyone's stories. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to pick topics where everyone can like get involved in the conversation. It's just so much more fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Yeah, can't wait. We next week we should be doing a podcast. The only difference is I land back from Energylandia.
Now being a Drayton Manor hotel
on Wednesday. Yeah, so we're gonna try and make it work. But we'll update you.
We'll do our best.
We'll update you on Twitter. So thanks so much, everyone. It's been a pleasure as always. Hopefully, see you next week. If not, the week after. See you, everyone. Bye. See you.
Bye-bye.